Welcome to part 7 of 16. In this video, Allie and Patrick are going to continue showing you how to do a quick quote. Do you like the way this video is being created? We can create free ones for our members of the SIAOF. This lesson was brought to you by the Insurance Outlets. The Insurance Outlets is an MGA that specializes in admitted and non-admitted insurance markets for retail agents. So you call them at 800-366-1450 or visit their website at nsoins.com.
So we're going to click Next, and the next screen is the Policy Info screen, which gives us the option of looking at the first named insured or changing the first named insured. We can see the policy mailing address or change that here because it's the policy type, the effective date, and the only other thing to change here is add whether or not we want to apply the no prior insurance surcharge. By clicking this just gives us an indication for the quick quote purpose. Once we go to the full app, we would have to answer several more questions to justify that answer to know whether we want to apply the no prior insurance surcharge. And we'll click Next, which takes us to the property address screen, already populated since this address, that's the mailing address, is not used anywhere in our system as a already insured property. So it's got the street address, city, state, and zip. And underneath the county is a line that says property information. When I click that down arrow, it gives me the option to retrieve. When we looked up the initial mailing address, we did a call to the U.S. Postal Service to verify the address. What this is doing now is calling GIS to pull property information so that we can know the details, some of the rating details of that specific location. And as the system thinks about it to tell us what it's got, this is going to be the information such as the terrain, FEMA flood zone, territory protection class, what city it's in, and all that. And you can see this here. And as we did before, we could use the original address if the returned address was different. However, if you do use the original address, then you've got to enter the property information manually yourself. Or you can select Accept Returned Address, which is what the preference is here, which is the best practice, is Accept Returned Address, and that populates all of this property rating information over here on the right-hand side. This screen is also where you would add an inspection contact for this dwelling. So if there was an inspection contact other than the first named insured, we would add that here. And clicking Next to go to the next screen, which is our coverages screen. Here's where we would add the limits we're looking to insure. So our insured has a $45,000 coverage C limit they want, and the AOP deductible is fine. We're going to add a 5% wind deductible, and this insured would like personal property replacement cost coverage. Simple enough. Clicking Next to go to the next screen to take us to some dwelling information. Now we've got to add some additional rating information and insurability information for this dwelling. Note that we wanted to find out the residence type. We were calling this a dwelling. This is a single-family dwelling. You'll notice none of the options on this screen are marked with asterisks. You could skip them for now, but eventually you would have to fill them out, so we're just doing it in the flow of going through each screen by clicking Next and getting to this screen rather than skipping over it, completing it. We're saying this is a primary dwelling, and the protection we're saying no burglar alarm, no fire alarm, no sprinkler system, and then clicking Next to go to the next screen. This gives us some more construction detail about this particular dwelling, and I'm going to say it's a single story with one unit. And I'm going to say it was built in 2010. Now when I hit my Tab key on my keyboard, you need to notice here that the system automatically populates the B6 grade. Based off of the year of construction, it will auto-populate that for you. Now we have to select a construction type. We have several options here. For today, we're going to say this is a frame dwelling. So I've got a lot of information here, and on my sidebar, I notice that I'm at the last screen before it goes to Premium Estimate. So I'm going to try and click Premium Estimate to see what comes up. And you'll notice that the system gave me several errors here. On the validation result at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice several yellow lines that indicate something that the system didn't expect. So several items on the WLM, or wind loss mitigation screen, which you can see up here, I didn't click over to that, so I didn't fill any of this information in. And so the system created what we call a hard stop. That red arrow indicates that that's a hard stop, that you won't be able to move forward without changing that entry. So since we did not provide roof shape or roof deck attachment or any of those others, I'm going to go over to that WLM tab. First, I'm going to clear the validation result, click my WLM tab, and start to make those entries to find whatever wind loss mitigation features there may be for this particular risk. And I'm just clicking no's and nones and unknowns. Okay, since this one didn't have any wind loss mitigation features, I'm going to now click Premium Estimate, and hopefully I didn't miss anything else, and the system will give me a premium estimate. So sometimes when there's high traffic, you could get your system to be thinking about things for quite some time just to make sure that it's continuing to go. It's worth noting here that at the top of the screen where it says unsaved work, there's a little amber indicator there that will turn gray once the unsaved work is fully saved and everything works out. Looks like our system is caught up to us now.